Om Sai Ram, Vanakkam, welcome to Grandma's class. In this video, we are going to see the exercises given on page number 184 and 185 of the poem A Poison Tree, Unit 2, Term 1 English, Standard 9, Samacheer Kalvi. We have done a separate video for the poem. You can go through that. Link is given in the description box. First one. Answer the following questions in a sentence or two. The first two lines are given for the questions. I was angry with my friend. I told my wrath did end. Who does I refer to? I refers to the poet William Blake. Number 2. How did the anger of the poet come to an end? The anger of the poet came to an end after talking to the friend. Number 3. Write a synonym to wrath. Wrath means anger. Second one, 2 lines from the poem. And I watered it with fears, night and morning with my tears. What does it refer to? It refers to anger. How was it watered? It was watered with fears and tears of the poet. Next one. In the morning, glad I see my foe outstretched beneath the tree. This is the last 2 lines of the poem. First question. How did the poet feel in the morning? He felt happy in the morning. Who is the foe referred to here? The foe referred here is the poet's enemy on whom the poet is angry with. Third question. Why was the foe found lying outstretched beneath the tree? The foe ate the poisonous apple from the tree of anger, and he was lying outstretched beneath the tree. Fourth question. And it grew both day and night, till it bore an apple bright. Who does it refer to? It refers to anger that is personified as a poison tree. What does apple signify? Apple signifies revenge. What grew both day and night? The anger that is personified to the poison tree grew both day and night. Complete the summary by filling in the given spaces with suitable words. Once the poet was angry with his friend. He expressed his wrath and it ended. They became friendly, but when he grew angry with his foe, he suppressed it and allowed his anger to grow. Day and night he watered it with his tears, allowing it to grow. He faced his foe with false smiles and cunning tricks. The tree kept growing and yielded a bright apple which attracted his foe to eating it stealthily during the night. The next morning, the poet was happy to see his foe lying outstretched under the tree. Answer the following in about 80 to 100 words. Question number 1. How did the poet's anger with his friend end? The poet gets angry with his friend as well as his foe, but the consequences of this anger differs from each other. He expresses his anger to his friend and both discuss over the matter. Once the reason for the anger is sorted out, the poet is ready to forgive his friend. The feeling of vengeance disappears by expressing his anger. The difference between he and his friend comes to an end. Second question. Describe how his anger kept growing. The poet acknowledges that he couldn't be open-minded with his foe. He doesn't reveal his anger to his enemy. Perhaps he would have thought if the anger is expressed, the foe might harm him. So he suppresses the anger and ponders over it day and night with tears. He is aroused by anger with his joyful pretense and crafty ideas towards his enemy. As the anger is suppressed within himself, he had his own fears and it keeps growing. Third question. Describe the effects of the poisonous fruit on the enemy. When the poet reveals his anger to the friend, it ends without harm. But when it is suppressed from the enemy, it grows like a poisonous tree within his mind. The tree bears a bright apple with poison. In spite of knowing that the fruit belongs to the poet, the enemy enters his garden stealthily in the night and eats the fruit. The next morning, when the poet enters his garden, he finds his enemy lying on the ground outstretched under the poison tree. Now the poet's anger changes into happiness. Next question F. Poem appreciation, figure of speech. Pick out at least 2 instances of alliteration from the poem. But there are 4 examples are given. I was angry with my foe, night and morning with my tears, and I sunned with smiles, till it bore an apple bright. Next question. Read the following lines from the poem and answer that follow. I was angry with my friend, I told my wrath did end. I was angry with my foe, I told it not, my wrath did grow. Now question number 1. Pick out the rhyming words. Friend, end, foe, grow. What is the rhyme scheme of the stanza? A, B, B. Identify the figure of speech in the title of the poem. Personification. Now the second question is, and I watered it in fears, night and morning with my tears. What figure of speech is used in watered it in fears? Personification. Thank you for watching this video. Like, share and subscribe to our Grandma's class. Thank you. Om Sai Ram.